2013, YouTube had over 1 billion active users, but out of all those people, it was a group of British YouTubers that were growing at extreme speeds no one had ever seen. And in today's video, we're going to be focusing on one individual out of that group that used to rule over YouTube, but now, just 4 years on from her last upload, has had a 98% drop off in views and is losing subscribers by the day. But if we take a deeper look, you'll see that this wasn't actually the end of her career. This is what happened to Zoella. Zoella started off on social media with a blog called Zoella, and after seeing quite a lot of success with this, decided to branch out and started to make videos on a relatively new platform by the name of YouTube. The Zoella channel was created and it saw its first upload, 60 Things in My Bedroom, on the 17th of December 2009. Zoella's uploads on YouTube were very similar to the stuff she was blogging about, with the YouTube videos mainly being product reviews, tutorials and vlogs, along with things that were trending like the sibling tag with her brother Joe, who you might recognize. And Zoella had no idea what was about to happen to her channel, but as she was putting more and more effort, drastically improving the quality in each and every video, she not only breezed past 100,000 subscribers, but after posting a Draw My Life, the Zoella channel surpassed 1 million subscribers on the 26th of April 2013. As the Zoella channel continued to grow, she started to have the opportunity to collaborate with other creators like Casper Lee, Alfie Days, Tanya Burr, and a lot more, and she quickly became great friends with these YouTubers, so they decided that it would be a great idea for them to form a YouTube group. But while this was a great idea and the Brit crew saw a lot of success, it didn't come without some controversies that would come later on in her career. But at the time, in 2014, she'd become the face of YouTube and an idol for millions around the world, with the channel getting well over 20 million views a month at its peak. But when someone has the amount of viewers watching them as Zoella, there are bound to be some people that are just waiting for her to slip up, and this is exactly what happened. Zoella released a book called Girl Online in November of 2014, and making a book back then was a huge thing. So with the audience continued to grow by hundreds of thousands of people a month, it was no surprise her book sold over 78,000 copies in its first week. But this wasn't all great, as it got so much media attention that people started to look a bit deeper and found out that a ghostwriter had helped her quite a lot when writing this book. And this was quite a big thing, as at the time she had led her fans to believe that she was the only writer of this book.
I would absolutely love to write a book. I would love to have something that I've done myself, that, you know, has come from my brain and gone into pages.
But this didn't stop her from releasing a sequel to the book called Girl Online on Tour, which also did really well. For the next 3 years, she flew under the radar and carried on making videos, getting a bit less views than normal, but still growing fast, until the year of 2017, when she had 3 different controversies in the span of 12 months. The first one was when some old tweets from 2010 started to be brought to people's attention, and she was then accused of being homophobic and generally offensive. She then apologized in a tweet that said that it is not who I am today, and I think that I'm a little older and wiser, and I'm not perfect and I've never claimed to be. I'm only human. The fans quickly moved on from this after the apology, and it didn't really affect her success that much, as these tweets are a lot different from the way she is in her videos, and this shows that she has changed a lot from those times. Or did she, as Hello World is our next controversy. Hello World was a big British YouTuber convention that they said would be an epic 4-hour live show like nothing on earth, but from the reviews of the people, it sounded like there were a lot of things on earth just like this event, like watching paint dry, being in traffic, learning a maths equation that you know you're never going to use. I think I'm getting a bit off topic here, but you get my point. This event was one of the worst YouTuber events, as they overpromised and massively underdelivered, and this didn't do wonders for Zoella's image, as her face was plastered all over the promotion for this event. People were begging for refunds after they had spent hundreds of pounds to meet their favourite YouTubers and to attend what was meant to be the best event on earth, to only end up receiving the feeling of disappointment after the event was over. And the final and most well-known controversy is in the month of giving, where the big red guy comes down your chimney and delivers you an Xbox or bottle of Prime. But the presents aren't the only exciting thing at Christmas, as once a day for 12 days you get to come down and open your £50 Zoella advent calendar. Yep, you heard me, a 12-day advent calendar priced at just £50. And if you didn't know already, I, like many of you, am a £1 advent calendar type of person, and while I do want a £10 Lindor calendar or a £20 Lego calendar, I see sense and decide not to spend a ridiculous amount of money on a measly amount of chocolate. But don't worry, the Zoella calendar doesn't even have chocolate in it. You get 12 of the finest Christmas cracker items for a cheap price of just £4 per item. For example, you get a candle, a notebook, a pen, a keychain, some cookie cutters, and some other crap. And she did apologise for this, but it was kind of diluted by her excuse. She said that the shop selling the calendar, Boots, got to set the price for the product.
Once that product is done and I'm happy with it, The retailer can decide how much they sell that for. That's completely out of my decision making. I don't have the right to make those decisions.
But then in a tweet, Boot said that they sell products at the recommended retail price as set by the manufacturer or supplier, basically saying that they were not behind the £50 price tag of the calendar. Going into 2017, she had a great reputation and was loved by millions of people all around the world. But by the end of the year, she was seen as a scammer and disingenuous by thousands of people that used to call themselves fans of Zoella. But how did this affect her YouTube career? All of this saw a slow decline in viewership as she went from getting around 2 to 4 million views a video to about 1 million views a video just a year later. And then she began making videos less and less until the 23rd of June 2018 when she stopped uploading and hasn't uploaded since. But what is she doing now 5 years later? Well, she's actually still uploading, just on a different channel. Although she did stop uploading on the Zoella channel, she never stopped uploading on the Zoesug channel. On this channel, she uploads weekly vlogs with her boyfriend and kid to the hundreds of thousands of people that tune in to watch. So if you want to know what Zoella does each week, then watch that channel. Speaking of watching another one of my videos, you should watch this video, and if you enjoyed and learned something, please like and subscribe, because one day I want to high five The Rock.